Hi, this is Blue Phoenix, aka Erkenfresh. Today I'm going to be taking the project we had in Synfire last time and kind of fattening up the chords and maybe doing some touch-ups here and there. Right now we've got basically we're using 3-note chords. If you're really curious about what notes Synfire is using, if you click on the interpretation section under intelligence. Now Lydian doesn't have a snapshot, so to speak. If I just click on the main container up here, which I'm going to shrink this up a bit, you'll see that we're using 3-note chords here. Also, they're not being tied together. You can see little breaks between them. I'm going to just very quickly turn on tie notes, which is apparently, that is the wrong, had the wrong one selected. Tie notes, you'll see that now they're all one big fat note. I don't know if I want to turn on inversions or anything like that just yet. So wanted to do that real quick. And we're going to just fatten these guys up. So let's create a new palette. And we're doing Lydian mode. So I'm going to set the palette scale set to let's find Lydian on here. Beautiful. And we don't need the C major palette. Get that to expand. And the root note is going to be F sharp. Or G flat, whatever you want to pick. So over here, when I first did this, I picked, looks like F sharp. Well, let's see. Click this one. I clicked F sharp. And you'll see that it's using 1, 3, and 5 there. You can see it because they're highlighted in blue. If I do like an add 2, you'll see that 2 lights up. You can see it has a much more full sound to it. You can also do sustain chords. So if I do this is 1, 3, 5, and then if I pick sustain 2, it moves that third down to 2. We can also do sustains with adds, and I'll kind of do that in a little bit. So that add 2 sounds pretty nice. So I'm just going to drop that guy on here and go up to A sharp. And if we hit M7, that's going to add the 7th, and 9 is going to add the 9th as well, which is going to be 1 octave higher, plus 1. So let's see, A sus4 pushes that third up to the 4th, basically. Instead of being at 5, it's on 6. If I do 7 sus4, it also adds a 7th. Sounds pretty sweet. Drop that guy on there. And just real quick, I'm going to go through these and place these one at a time. This is C diminished. C diminished has a very sour sound to it. This kind of makes it more. So that one's not diminished anymore. It's actually taking the diminished one and kicking it up. Let's throw that on there. We did an F add 2 before, so let's try. That sounds kind of nice. That might possibly be chromatic. I don't know. Let's just try it out though. And back to C diminished. So it is going to have kind of a dissonant sound to it. It's a diminished chord. No worries. Once you put it all together, it sounds rather nice. So see here, like I kind of like the sound of the sus4, but we're still only using 3 notes if we just pick this sus4. Let's say I wanted to add like the second to this F sus4. I'm going to go in, say, add chord, and then do more. And it pulls up this nice cryptic dialog here with some stuff. But if I look for sus4, let's say I wanted to add the second, then I will just very quickly clone this. It's going to call it sus4 clone, and I'm going to click on the 2 here. And save it. We have sus4 clone. I think I just drag it here on the F sus4. And what did it do? It added it. I'm not entirely sure what it did. Where'd it go? Sus4 clone. I don't see it anywhere. Oh, there it is. So it only added it to the chords where those aren't chromatic notes. I might have to do a B flat 2 and do save. Try this one. This might get messy. There it is. Okay. sus4 clone. That doesn't sound good. Let me just clean this up a little bit and remove that sus4 clone and try again. That one, no thank you. This guy here. 1, 4, why don't we add the 7th? Which might actually be, you know what, that is just 7 sus4. What about the 6th? Oh, I like that. You can also see it automatically selected the 7 sus4 over here. I could just drag that over. But I'm going to take this one. I'm just going to call this the Erkin chord. Save it. Drop that guy on here and maybe it will work. No, so it's using notes that are outside the. Let's just save that Erkin chord again. There we go. All right, let's drag this on here. That still has a very kind of nasty sound, but let's take a listen. It might sound good, like it might create tension there, and then we can release it here with the D sharp if we pick a really sweet one. Okay. It works. Yes. Okay. Let's see how it sounds now. So the piano sounds really weird to me right now. I'm just gonna get rid of it for now. I like that. That one has like a higher note, it reaches up. Actually sounds pretty good in context. So as far as the piano, you have to wrestle with this quite a bit sometimes, but for interpretation, you've got different priorities here. You have interval, pitch, or balanced. I've read the manual. It doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. I mean, I know what these words mean, but I don't know what it means in this context. I'm going to switch over to pitch and just see what it sounds like now. did seem better. I've also got variation on this thing, and that could be screwing with me. I really wish that I could just mute that instead of just deleting it entirely. Oh my. Ooh. I didn't know you could do so much with variation. I'm going to have to look into this some more, but I could save it to the figure. Oh, that will probably bump the notes around on the figure itself. But I'll just delete it. Maybe that'll help it sound a little less chaotic. It's not bad. It does seem a little bit more in tune. We could go back to intervals now that we've taken away the variation. That sounded pretty good to me. We can also turn on inversions for the interpretation for the chords. If I just click inversions, you can see that a lot of notes shift around. And the tooltip for inversions, which is off screen, shows chord inversion follows the base setting of the harmonic context where possible. Okay, yeah. I'm not entirely sure, because if I just look at the bass, it seems like these notes should be getting higher here and then lower in this area and then higher again, but they're kind of staying in the same area. I know what inversions are. It's sometimes you take the root note, you'll shift it an octave. You can shift any of the notes in the chord an octave and start to create inversions. So I'm going to guess it's just shifting some of these notes up or some of the upper notes down. And let's just take a listen and see what that sounds like now. For some reason it's really pushed those notes down low, and let me see here. That's why. So I can always adjust the range of this. This is way too low. Oh, and you can see that in real time the interpretation's being updated. And that's a little bit screechy. So you can always tame the range of your instrument to use less notes, as long as you give it a full octave at least. Like if you try to shrink it to less than an octave, then bad stuff happens. That's pretty good. So you learned a little bit about interpretation and all these parameters here in Synfire. This is certainly something I could take off into my DAW and make a song out of. I'll probably do that next time, is drag this into Bitwig as my DAW of choice. And then we'll take it from there and see how far we can get with it. Probably turn it into a full song. Why not? Sounds pretty good. It's a good start. So anyway, thanks for watching. That's a quick one, and I will catch you next time. Bye.